I can tell you right now that the 2024 Halloween event is going to be a massive success, and most players will enjoy it substantially. Why? Because it's super easy, there's no strategy, and to me, it's quite boring compared to what we could have had. Usually, I don't cover events early, but I wanted to make an exception in this case because of the difference between what we had last year and what we have this year. Last year, we had my favorite event that was ever introduced into the game. I truly enjoyed the minigame, and it was the first event mechanic in a long time, outside of Golden Spoons, that I actually thought was fun. It had strategy, it had skill, it had everything a good event should have, except for a comprehensive tutorial and successful monetization. I would have introduced a better tutorial, which did happen with the history event, but the history event also introduced a lot of complexity that resulted in it failing. And that brings us to today, where we get this event instead of the card game. To be clear, I don't mind there being events that are just click and get reward. I know some players like that, if not prefer that, to any sort of strategy. But I'm just a little bit disappointed that the best event possible that provided so many daily specials and rewards for skilled play is gone. Some might make the point that events like this wheel one tend to make more money, which is true, but I also think they just perform better overall for much of the game's player base. It's easier to participate, and as a result, there's more players playing the event who might spend. I just really wish that instead of having two camps of very easy low-skill events and very involved high-skill events, we had something in the middle. Another option would be allowing events to include both high and low-skill options. In the card game event, for example, easier decks could be introduced that are shorter, guaranteed wins with fewer rewards. Harder decks could stay as fun challenges for those of us who do enjoy skilled games. In this event, where the entire concept is throwing a knife, instead of it being just purely random, maybe there could be a quick time event involved to have a bit more control over the prizes you win. That way, if you're skilled, you can nail better rewards more often, but if you're not skilled, you can simply choose to throw more knives at once and have a higher chance of getting the rewards you want. Skilled events don't need to be something that excludes the player base. It can be made into something that encourages the player base to get better and learn. Events should be balanced such that anyone new to them who is able to complete the entire questline is able to complete the main building, period. Then stretch goals should be available for skilled players as well as bonuses from the mini challenges. Events don't have to be balanced to a razor's edge where only lucky players get the building. Don't be afraid to introduce fun event minigames, listen to feedback, and iterate the event at least a handful of times to truly make those events great. Also, I did want to say that I think this event is bringing some pretty nice things that I hope are carried forward into future events. You're allowed to skip the animation of the wheel spinning and can even do multiple spins, in this case knife throws, at the same time, both of which speed up gameplay. My favorite bit is that you can actually re-show the tutorial in case you're confused. Small quality of life changes like those are always welcome. One thing I would add is a reason to clear the entire wheel. Maybe if you do, you could get some extra progress, or maybe a free 5-knife throw when the board refreshes. It could add a little bit more thought to whether you want to refresh for new prizes, or keep playing a wheel to get more progress. I'll forever miss the card game and hope for its return, but until then, you can catch me over on my Discord server, linked below. I'll make a video going more in depth on the event when it's actually out on live servers, and I'll see you all next time.